Hello again, everyone, and welcome to week 2.
Take two,
week 2. Yes, the secret is out. We tried this one earlier; it didn't quite work. We have moved to the locker room, coach's office, indoor studio here at the Sun Journal, where we will bring you week 2 coverage of Class A, the Pine Tree Conference, and an intriguing matchup right away on Friday night in Lewiston, Donru Field, where the undefeated 1-0 Blue Devils against the undefeated 1-0 Messalonskee Eagles. Now, this is the game where the season kind of went south for Lewiston last year. They lost a tough one out in Oakland and never recovered. A much younger team. They got some confidence last week with a win at Mount Ararat, albeit a delayed win, Randy. How does this week 2 matchup shake out?
I think Bill County likes the fact that his young team had to deal with a little adversity last week. Get off the bus, get warmed up, make a stop on defense, start driving down the field, and then lightning strikes and have to get back on the bus and turn around and play again the next night. Went out and handled Mount Ararat pretty easily. The game wasn't as close as the final score indicated. The subs scored a couple touchdowns, but outstanding effort all around. Quintarian Brown, 137 yards rushing, big part of the offense. Zach Phelan leading the defense with, I think, 12 tackles. So something to build on, no question about. Messalonskee is always a tough out. I mean, no more Sam Dexter, but there is still a Dexter there. Jake Dexter kind of picking up where Sam left off. He made a key interception late in their win over Coney. So it's always a physical affair whenever these two teams meet. I expect another one on Friday night.
Yes, and speaking of Saturday, you started to allude to the other Twin Cities team was also thunderstruck last weekend. They had to come back and play on Saturday afternoon after a Friday night game with Lawrence was postponed. Did the Edward Little Red Eddies at Walton Field. That one didn't go so well for EL. They got pretty well shellacked by the defending champions and the team that seems to be on top every year in Lawrence. Maybe a good dress rehearsal. They go to Augusta this Saturday afternoon for a game that would have been on Friday night, but some lighting issues at Coney's home field forcing that one to a 1 o'clock start, 1 p.m. Coney's a team that's throwing the ball all over the place. How can EL stop that?
Well, it's first of all, they just need to stop it with the mistakes that they had last week on special teams and also with their own turnovers. They don't want to give Coney a short field. Ben Lucas threw the ball 42 times last week for Coney in their loss to Messalonskee. So the ball's going to be in the air. The ball's going to be in the air for Edward Little on their side with Sean Ford. Kind of a mixed bag last week against Lawrence. So, it's going to be some fireworks. I probably expect a fairly high-scoring game on a Saturday afternoon if both teams are prepared for, what really doesn't feel like PTC football.
And Oxford Hills, the other local team in the PTC, opening their home opener. Almost got one on the road in comeback fashion last Friday night at Skowhegan. Didn't go their way. Now, this is the game against Mount Ararat that the Vikings have won 3 years in a row. It comes a little earlier in the schedule. Maybe gives them a chance to get some momentum. It's the only game they've won the last 3 years. But if they can get one on Friday, how would that bode for the Vikings season going forward?
Well, they almost got a big win last Friday, coming back down 16-0 at the half at Skowhegan. Nick Bowie and Davis Turner, the defense leading the way. A couple big interceptions to get them back in that game, and then they give up a game-winning touchdown with 10 seconds left. Obviously a crushing defeat at the time, but I'm sure after a few days the Vikings get a chance to reflect and realize that they have made some steps forward this year. And with Mount Ararat, a team obviously, as you said, they know that they can beat. Can't take anything for granted, but they have to feel good coming off that performance against Skowhegan. And if the defense comes up with another strong performance on Friday night, they can carry that forward into the rest of the season, no question.
Some interesting PTC games for our young local teams this weekend. Hope to see you there. For Randy Whitehouse, I'm Callie Oaks. Enjoy the games.